Missouri's Attorney General just sent cease and desist letters to 33 hemp stores. The basis for the crackdown? Lab results supplied by a trade group whose members directly compete with those stores. That's the part that should make every attorney sit up. Here's the situation. Attorney General Catherine Hanaway ordered 33 smoke shops and hemp stores across Missouri to stop selling intoxicating hemp products. The letters claim the products contain more than 0.3% total THC on a dry weight basis, which would make them marijuana, not hemp. The letters also say stores can't use words like cannabis, marijuana, weed, or kush because that allegedly deceives consumers into thinking they're at a licensed dispensary. But the store owners aren't backing down. About half of the targeted businesses say they're in full compliance with federal law and plan to keep selling until new federal restrictions take effect November 12th. J.C. Cerisi, owner of Dr. Smoke in Kansas City, put it simply. He said, quote, Missouri follows federal law, which we follow as well. When I started in this industry in 2019, that was what we followed, and nothing has changed, not until November 12th. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The Attorney General's office didn't do its own lab testing. Hanaway's spokeswoman, Stephanie Whitaker, confirmed the state lab didn't conduct any testing and didn't order any from independent labs. The lab results cited in the letters came through complaints, and those complaints came largely from one source, the Missouri Cannabis Trade Association, known as MoCan. MoCan represents licensed marijuana businesses, the same marijuana businesses that directly compete with the hemp stores being targeted. In October, MoCan released what they called the Missouri Hemp Hoax Report. They sent secret shoppers to buy 55 products from smoke shops and gas stations, then had licensed marijuana labs test them. They claimed 96% of the products were actually marijuana, not legal hemp. Of the 33 businesses that received cease and desist letters from Hanaway, all but two were businesses named in MoCan's report. The claims in the Attorney General's letters largely match MoCan's lab results. Whitaker confirmed MoCan's list was provided to them. Think about what that means. A trade group representing one side of an industry conducted its own testing, published a report targeting competitors, then handed that evidence to the Attorney General, who used it almost wholesale as the basis for enforcement action. And the state won't release the underlying lab data because it's part of an ongoing investigation. Cameron Fleet, owner of Center Smoke and Independence, was confused when he got his letter. He said, quote, we don't have a sign that says dispensary or marijuana. We've been a smoke shop selling CBD for a very long time before corporate cannabis became a thing. Fleet's letter is the only one of the 33 that claimed he was selling a THC nerd rope candy. He says he's never sold that product. The letter also claims pesticides and heavy metals were found in lab tests of his products. Fleet and other owners noticed something. The only stores that got letters were stores named on MoCan's Hemp Hoax website. There are hundreds of stores in Missouri selling the same THCA hemp flower. Only 33 got letters. And those 33 map almost perfectly to MoCan's hit list. As Fleet put it, quote, the only correlation that we found out amongst ourselves is the stores that were posted on Missouri Hemp Hoax got a letter, and that website was funded by MoCan Trade. Suri C was more blunt. He said, quote, taking the word of our competitors might not be the best way to approach it. Now let's talk about the legal substance underneath all of this. The core dispute is how you measure THC. Hemp stores argue the 2018 Farm Bill, which legalized hemp, measures only Delta 9 THC. Under that standard, their products are legal. They contain less than 0.3% Delta 9 THC. MoCan and the Attorney General are using total THC, which combines Delta 9 with THCA. THCA is a precursor compound that only becomes intoxicating when heated. A joint gets you high when you light it, not when you eat it. Under the total THC measurement, many of these products exceed the 0.3% threshold. Here's the timing issue. Federal law is changing. Starting November 12th, the measurement will shift to total THC. But until that date, hemp stores argue the current federal standard is Delta 9 only, and Missouri follows federal law. Sa Risi said, quote, There's no Missouri law that states total THC either, so we're just going by the federal farm bill. Omocan's position is that THCA flower is marijuana under federal law, not hemp, period. The contaminant allegations add another layer. Hanaway's press release stated that lab testing confirmed products containing lead, arsenic, mercury, ethanol, and other contaminants. Mocan's report found 29% of tested products had dangerous contaminants, including pesticides, mold, heavy metals, and residual solvents. Craig Katz, the government compliance manager for CBD Kratom, which also received a letter, called the allegations misguided and false. He pointed out that his company has in house legal counsel, but most of the targeted stores are mom and pop operations. He said, quote, 95% of the businesses are small entrepreneurs or family farmers. They see a letter like that coming with the seal of the state of Missouri on it, and they get worried. Say Reese raised a broader equity issue. His store has been around since before recreational marijuana was legalized in 2022. He said marijuana legalization advocates actually used the success of stores like his as a platform to get the initiative passed. Now those same interests want him shut down. He asked, quote, how do we get the same treatment for hemp as marijuana, which the marijuana advocates used hemp as a platform to run on? Here's the bottom line. The AG is using competitor supplied evidence as the basis for enforcement. The state won't release the lab data. The legal question of Delta 9 versus total THC is genuinely unsettled until November. And the small businesses caught in the middle largely can't afford the legal fight. Whether you shop at these stores, own one, or just care about how government enforcement works, this matters. The November 12th deadline changes the federal landscape, but the enforcement pattern being set right now, where one side of an industry can hand evidence to the AG and trigger a crackdown on the other side, that precedent goes way beyond hemp. Like and subscribe for ongoing coverage of Missouri cannabis policy.